Then responded Rachel and Leah, and said to him, Have we any longer a portion or an inheritance in the house of our father? Are we not accounted aliens to him, seeing that, having sold us, he hath then gone on devouring our silver? Surely all the riches which God hath stripped off from our father unto us it belongeth, and to our sons. Now therefore whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. So Jacob arose and mounted his sons and wives and the camels, and drave away all his herds and all his goods which he had gathered. The gains he had gained, which he had gathered in Paddan-aram, that he might go in unto Isaac his father, unto the land of Canaan. Now Laban had gone to shear his sheep, so Rachel stole the household gods that belonged to her father. Thus Jacob stole away unawares to Laban the Syrian, in that he had not told him that he was about to flee. So he fled, he and all that he had. And he arose and passed over the river, and set his face toward the mountain of Gilead. And it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob had fled. So he took his brethren with him, and pursued after him a journey of 7 days, and overtook him in the mountain of Gilead. And God went in unto Laban the Syrian in a dream of night, and said to him, Take heed to thyself, that thou speak not with Jacob, either good or bad. So then Laban came up with Jacob, Jacob having pitched his tent in the mountain. Laban also with his brethren pitched in the mountain of Gilead. Then said Laban to Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou shouldest steal away unawares to me, and shouldest carry off my daughters as captives of the sword? Wherefore didst thou secretly flee, and rob me, and didst not tell me, that I might send thee away with rejoicing, with songs, with timbrel, and with lyre? And didst not suffer me to kiss my sons and my daughters? Now hast thou done foolishly. It is in the power of my hand to deal with thee for harm. But the God of your father last night spake to me, saying, Take heed to thyself, that thou speak not with Jacob, either good or bad. But now, though thou didst even take thy journey, because thou didst sorely long for the house of thy father, wherefore didst thou steal away my gods? And Jacob answered and said to Laban, Because I was afraid, for I said, Lest thou take by force the daughters from me. He with whom thou find thy gods shall not live. Before our brethren, note thou for thyself what it is with me, and take what is thine. Neither did Jacob know that Rachel had stolen them. Then entered Laban into the tent of Jacob, and into the tent of Leah, and into the tent of the 2 handmaids, and found nothing. Then he went forth out of the tent of Leah, and entered the tent of Rachel. Now Rachel had taken the household gods, and put them in the basket saddle of the camel, and taken her seat upon them. And Laban felt about throughout all the tent, and found them not. And she said unto her father, Let it be vexing in the eyes of my lord, that I cannot rise up at thy presence, for the way of the woman is upon me. So he made search, and he found not the household gods. And it was vexing to Jacob, and he continued with Laban. And Jacob responded and said to Laban, What was my trespass, what my sin, that thou shouldest have come burning after me? Now that thou hast felt about among all my goods, what hast thou found of the goods of thy own house? Set it out here right before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may give sentence betwixt us two. These 20 years' time have I been with thee. The ewes and the she-goats have not cast their young. In the name of the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. The torn have I not brought it unto thee. I bear the loss, and my hand giveth thou require it. Stolen by day or stolen by night, thus have I been. By day drought hath consumed me, and by frost by night, so that my sleep fled away from my eyes. This hastened now lot 20 years in my house. I saved thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters, and 6 years for the sheep. And thou didst change my wages 10 times. But the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the bread of Isaac, proved to be none. Surely even now, empty, please so let me go. My humiliation and wearing toil of my hands, God has seen, and therefore his sentence not sent. Then responded Laban to Jacob, The daughters are my daughters, and the sons are my sons, and the sheep are my sheep. Now that thou be heardest to me, doth it belong. daughters, what can I do to do this good? Or to their sons whom they have born? Now, therefore, come on. Let us solemnize the covenant I and thou. So shall it be a witness between me and thee. So Jacob took a stone and set up, put it up as a pillar. Then Jacob said to his brethren, gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, and they built each their as a heap. And Laban called it Gedar Sahadutha, but Jacob called it Galim. Then said Laban, this heap is witness between me and thee today. For this cause is the name therefore called Galim. Also the watchtower, which it says, Yahweh watched betwixt me and thee when we parted from one another. But thou hast my daughters, or take wives besides my daughters, there will be no man with us thee. God be witness betwixt me and thee. Laban said to Jacob, behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have set betwixt me and thee. A witness be to this heap, and a witness the pillar, that I am not to pass unto thee over this heap, and thou art not to pass unto me over this heap and this pillar for harm. The gods of Abraham and the gods of Nahor judge betwixt us, the gods of their fathers. And Jacob swore by the dread of his father Isaac, and Jacob offered sacrifice in the mountain, and called on his brethren to eat bread. So they did eat bread, and tarried the night in the mountain. And Laban rose up early in the morning, and kissed his sons and his daughters, and blessed them. And Laban went on his way, and returned to his place.